Now let's wargame a few different PLA invasion strategies. Scenario A, China attempts to blockade Taiwan. This would see China putting a naval blockade outside a 12-mile zone around Taiwan itself, reinforced by air activity coming from mainland China. It would test US resolve, and as the standoff continues, it would create economic instability in Taiwan with a lack of ability for goods to be delivered, but a lack of ability for Taiwan to export some key exports around the world. This would further test not just the US but the West. We have to remember that Taiwan produces, manufactures and exports about 80% of the world's microchips. The standoff could escalate very quickly indeed. Scenario B, there's a Taiwanese island number of islands called the Kinmen Islands that are only a few kilometers off China's mainland coast. They're controlled islands closest to the mainland China, part of the Kinmen archipelago, also known as Quemoy. Only 2 kilometers away from mainland China is the closest point of Kinmen Islands, Fushing Island. China could capture that and then watch the West's reaction. Would America get involved for something that is only a couple of kilometers off the Chinese coast? Would Taiwan start to attack mainland China for something that is closer to mainland China than it is to Taiwan? Would it risk international reaction? What would the West's reaction be? Scenario C, an amphibious invasion, an urban combat nightmare for the Chinese. International intervention would almost be certain. Is that something that China would want to do? What is the economic impact on China? Never mind the economic impact on Taiwan. Never mind the economic impact on the rest of the world and its intervention. And finally, scenario D, the status quo continues. China continues to pressure Taiwan without firing a shot. That pressure is coming from military exercises threatening Taiwan, through to China trying to influence politics within Taiwan using friendly political parties, using agents to try and influence thinking that's going on in there, working a longer-term program of trying to influence the Taiwanese to change their political affiliations from independence back to China again.